to make it a little bit different, but it's still Kaiga in the name of peace. Thank you.
Legitimate financial institutions around the world. Corruption is a social danger because it feeds organized crime. It destroys nation states. It imperils opportunities, particularly for women and girls. It facilitates environmental degradation, contributes to human trafficking, and undermines whole communities. It destroys the future. Corruption is a radicalizer because it destroys faith in legitimate authority. It opens up a vacuum which allows the predators to move in. And no one knows that better than the violent extremist groups who regularly use corruption as a recruitment tool. Corruption is an opportunity destroyer because it discourages honest and accountable investment. It makes businesses more expensive to operate. It drives up the cost of public services for local taxpayers, and it turns a nation's entire budget into a feeding trough for the privileged few. And that is why it is imperative that the business community of the world starts to demand a different standard of behavior.
Good morning, good afternoon, provided where you are listening from. Let me say welcome to the Diaspora Talk. Today is the 25th of June, 2023. I would like to welcome you again to another exciting and fascinating edition of the Diaspora Talk. Let me say good morning to my sister there, Mary Tutu Bro from Minnesota, the USA. Good morning to you, my sister.
Good morning, Master Abraham Masekwa.
Oh, you calling me Abraham? Okay. We'll be
Gabriel,
able
how you
on this.
doing?
I'm doing great, man. How is it there in the US of A? I mean, how's the weather? How's everything there?
It's beautiful here. Hot, hot, hot.
Yeah.
We are in the 80s.
Yeah, we are experiencing the scene here. It's very, very hot. Now you see most people outdoor now. You know, more people outdoor. I mean, we have taken out the jackets. Everyone is just wearing something light because it's very, very hot here. But I think, even though I haven't been in the US, but I think the temperature here is I think it's higher than the US. It's more cooler and hotter in South Korea. Yeah. So I think so. I said, my sister, what are you looking at? I mean, concerning politics, concerning the country and everything. I mean, what's really on your mind? I know you are going to take the lead, but I just try to run through something.
Okay. Like I always told the Liberian people, regardless of our political differences, we should always have Mama Liberia at heart.
Sure.
Liberia is all we have. And Liberia is the Liberia we want to see better up tomorrow. Comes 2023 October, all Liberians, make sure you go to the pool to cast your vote. Go to the ballot. Do not sit down and say, oh, they cheated. Oh, this person was not supposed to win. This person should have won. That day in October, you should go and make the differences. Make the differences. Vote wisely. Vote your choice. Your vote should be your secret. Go and exercise your democratic right at the ballot.
Sure.
Think about your children's future. Put Liberia first.
Okay, that's our sister Mercy to the brother. I mean, on the Diaspora Talk, and I mean, just a clarion call to all Liberians. I mean, October is one of the most anticipated months, and it's going to be very, very much interesting in Liberia. Currently, I mean, it is currently happening for the Sierra Leoneans. I just learned that the even though there are some electoral violence, but the ruling party is in lead. I mean, the incumbent is in lead, and currently, but I mean, there have been a lot of report about electoral violence. Let's hope that the international community step in to make sure that things are stabilized. There's free and fair election. The voice of the people be heard, because anything that happen in like in Sierra Leone, it might likely spill over to
Yeah.
Liberia, because we are just, I mean, a walk away. I mean, if you go to Grand Cape County, right to Bow Water side there, I mean, you will see people. I mean, there's common activities every day. People go on the farm. People leave from Sierra Leone to come on the farm to Liberia. People leave from Liberia to come, they go Sierra Leone on the farm. So we are just, I mean, just a little, river just separating us on that side of the country. So anything that happened there is definitely going to affect us. So let me just say to the international community, I mean, you have to watch the election with equal eyes to make sure that everyone is very, very satisfied. So again, my sister, let's take a break. Then I would like to turn over to you as the moderator of the day, and as we are with our 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 student guest, who is John Fatoma. John Fatoma is aspiring to be a representative of District Number One, Maghibie County, and I think he's going to be my my representative, because that's where I'm going to. That's where my family is relocating. So definitely, John Fatoma is going to be, provided if he wins, he's going to be my representative for 6 consecutive years. So I have a stick in that district. So let's hope he comes here to discuss the issue.
Legitimate financial institutions around the world. Corruption is a social danger because it feeds organized crime. It destroys nation states. It imperils opportunities, particularly for women and girls. It facilitates environmental degradation, contributes to human trafficking, and undermines whole communities. It destroys the future. Corruption is a radicalizer because it destroys faith in legitimate authority. It opens up a vacuum which allows the predators to move in. And no one knows that better than the violent extremist groups who regularly use corruption as a recruitment tool. Corruption is an opportunity destroyer because it discourages honest and accountable investment. It makes businesses more expensive to operate. It drives up the cost of public services for local taxpayers, and it turns a nation's entire budget into a feeding trough for the privileged few. And that is why it is imperative that the business community of the world starts to demand a different standard of behavior, that we deepen the fight against corruption, making it a first-order national security priority.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Love is all we need to make you see. This is the time to come together. Keep Liberia.
Okay, welcome back. Welcome back. This is the Diaspora Talk. It's just 1 minute to 10 p.m. right here in South Korea. I think it should be 7, right, in Minnesota?
It's
Or
8
8,
a.m. now.
8 a.m., my sister. So it is 8 a.m. in Minnesota. So I would like to say welcome to the Diaspora Talk. So let's turn over to our moderator for today. And let's hope, okay, I think the guest is already here. Yeah, let's do what our moderator today. I should just kick up the show. Welcome, my sister.
Good morning, everybody. Good evening, good afternoon, around the world, whatsoever place you're watching from. This is Mercy Tutubar from the Diaspora Talk television. I want to welcome you all this morning. This morning, we're going to have some interesting topic. We're going to go politics, and we're going to go social. We're going to be doing two things at the same time. First of all, I would like to tell you what all we're going to be doing today. Socially, we're going to be talking about the first topic here is going to be, do you believe in the 90-day rules when you first meet a female or male? The second, do love at first sight exist or not? And the third, is there an advantage or disadvantage in abstaining from sex until marriage? Those are the things we're going to be discussing about socially. And when it comes to politics today, we already have our studio guest seated, a veteran from the Armed Forces of Liberia, John Fatoma, who is contesting against Tibarosa Tapawen from District 1, Margibi County this morning. He's going to tell us this afternoon, he's going to tell us what's his ambition. Why is he contesting against Taparosa Tapawen? And what are those weaknesses he saw in him that make him to declare his intention against this guy? I am a seditious, but I'm going to be moderate in doing this because I want to get it. I want to get the best out of John Fatoma this morning. So I will turn over to District 1 aspirant to first of all introduce himself to the audience, and then the questions will come about. Welcome, welcome, welcome again.
Mr. Fatoma, are you there? Are you? It's like there's delay in the network, right? Are you getting me, Mr. Fatoma?
You getting me?
We are getting you, but I don't know. There's a delay in.
Getting you right now.
In your network. So can you just please go out and come back in? I'll re-admit you.
Yeah. Okay, I think there's some delay.
Okay, yeah, just please go out. I'll re-admit you. So then you can just come in.
I think I'm getting you now.
Okay. If it's okay, then we can just kick off from there.
So guys, I think the network is giving some problems, but we'll still continue on the show. John Fatoma, who is an independent candidate running against a seated representative of District Number 1, Margibi County, Tibarosa Tapawen, from the CDC-led government. I mean, John Fatoma had it all to tell the public what he has in his hands and what are those goodies that he's going to bring to the district, the people of District Number 1. But the network is giving him troubles. I hope he comes back.
Yeah, he's already here.
Okay.
Yeah. So, okay, I think we can just.
Yeah, you okay now? Right, I'm getting you clear.
Right there will be fun.
Yeah,
it's okay.
Yeah.
You getting me?
Diaspora Talk.
Yes, we are getting you. So I think just by introducing yourself, and we can just get it started from there.
Okay, so I'm Sergeant John Tamba Fatoma, retired, aspirant District 1, Lower Margibi County, and also a permanent resident of Dwazon community, and someone who is vying for the representative seat. That is the highest seat of District 1
over Margibi County. Yeah.
Okay, John Fatoma, I would like you to tell the audience what makes you think you can unseat Tipa Rosa Tapowen, who is from the CDC-led government.
You see, yeah, you see, why it is true that Honorable Tapower is from the CDC bill, which will always tie him around the CDC, although he's been excommunicated, he's been someone who have been through all of the party, but we'll always tie him around the CDC because it's the CDC that gets there. I mean, this government has already failed. So Honorable Tapower is someone who I just don't want to discuss him, but just that because of your question, I would just like to throw a light on him. But I don't think I should be discussing, giving some popularity or giving some political relevance. So, but because of your question again, I will just throw light on you a little bit. Honorable Tapo has failed. He has failed miserably. We elected Honorable Tapower. Honorable Tapower has no political base in District 1. No, not at all. When he came.
Yeah, I think we are experiencing some it's the rainy season, right? I think during the rainy season we always experience these things. So I think he will be by to actually give his
So guys, while we're waiting for the guests to come, we will be discussing some social topics today. Every day is not going to be politics. Sometimes we're going to mess it up. So today we're going to get it rolling on the social side. Okay?
Yeah, okay, I think I'm back. Okay, so I don't know what the problem is. The networking. I think networking.
I think so.
Yeah, which
you getting me?
Which company are you using? Orange or something? Low Star. Because you are on the highway.
Screen, yeah.
No, I know you're
Orange.
Okay.
Orange. But I think it's
the
okay.
rainy season and the reception is always
very
on
the highway.
The rainy season. Yeah. So yeah, just go ahead, please.
Okay, but it's good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the rainy season, yeah. So as a yeah. So that's what I was saying, right?
Mr. Fatoma,
we gave him our votes
before you go ahead,
with the conviction that he was going to do his.
I was just asking if you could just share the show with your audience and something like that. Yeah.
I already suffered network problem.
Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, okay.
Go ahead.
Yeah, there should be a delay.
Yeah, so yeah, okay. So Honorable Tupperware, which I said that I don't want to discuss him, but Honorable Tupperware had no base. He had no political base. We gave him our barracks. At the time I was in the military, and came and talked to us. We allow him to use our base as a voter-rich base, because in District 1, there's a politics in District 1 that says that the moment you try to convince the military barracks, definitely you will be convincing 4,000 to 5,000 votes. So based on that, he was able to talk to us, and then we allow him, and he sat on our votes, and he won. Honorable Roland Cooper the same. We gave him our vote, he won. So at this time around, Honorable Tabawa decided to live in his own culture, in his own means of leadership, which the district cannot benefit anything from him. So if you look at him as a chairman on the legislative caucus of Margibi, a chairman who went to work with other county chairs, some for $4 million, waiving $7 million from the China Union, and the district cannot feel his impact, the kind of leadership. So He lacks integrity. He lacks leadership. So I can sit as someone who have been trained, someone who have been going through all the kind of leadership practices and other things, who is very strong.
Come on, come on.
Yeah, the network is giving problem. Yeah, so I think he was just explaining more about, his competitive edge over his rival. So
So
yeah,
so
go ahead.
as yeah, so based on these factors, as I think there's a need that Honorable Tupperware leave the district seat, and then let us try to see how best Honorable John Fatoma, who is adequately prepared, a young leader from the Mediterranean, um, to take the identical seat to provide adequate leadership and integrity to the people. Because I'm running on a mantra of leadership and integrity. That's it.
So,
That's it.
can I, yeah, after you come
Yeah.
in, can I ask you
So,
something before we proceed? How many of you guys are contesting in district number 1? You guys are
Oh,
how many?
really? We all currently we all are aspirants. All right. If my memory can serve me right, I think
How many
which I state to
aspirants?
be corrected as well. I'm aware of 7 persons, but we all are
7.
aspiring. So until after July 14th, which is the end date of registration to be candidate, then we can further say that we are candidate ready to
To
contest. But
continue.
until then, I'm aware of 7 aspirants.
Okay. So let's move on. Can you tell us what makes you the people favorite candidate, and what new are you about to bring to the table for the people of district number 1, Margibi County? Among the 7 aspirants, I want you to tell me and tell the public what makes you think you are the people favorite. What are you bringing to the table of Margibi County district number 1?
Yeah, previously, I spoke on the mantra for which I'm running on, leadership and integrity. For so long, District 1 been lacking leadership. For so long, District 1 been lacking the sense of honesty, which is integrity. So, based on these factors, as a patriot, as someone who have gone through 15 years of dedicated service to Mama Liberia, as someone who have gone through the walls of the university studying government, and someone who the youth believe in, someone who's standing in a gap between 2 different generations. All of these are factors that prefer my leadership to take District 1 to the expected phase. So I developed a manifesto. All right. I'm the only aspirant who be candidate. I have developed a manifesto to convince and for the people to trust that I will run on this manifesto so that the people can understand that we are ready for business. There is no other aspirants who will be candidate that have a manifesto because they don't want to be here accountable for their doings. So based on that, they only hold microphone and talk, oh, I will do this. We will do that. When voted, I will do this. But because I'm a serious man and because I recommend what I want, to change District 1, I prepared a manifesto. So we got a manifesto, the John T. Fatoma manifesto for making the difference in District 1 Lower Margibi County. All right. So I got a vision and a mission. So let me tell you my vision for District 1. So my vision is to strengthen and improve our healthcare delivery services. It is true that there is a healthcare delivery service, but we need to strengthen it. We need to improve on it. All right. And to provide for our children with a modern education. It is true that there are education processes or systems, but we need to improve and strengthen it. We need to make our community safer. It is true that our community are not safe. All over the world today, we hear people dying here, and then we cannot even get a count. No one knows how people die. So we want to make our community more safe. All right. Then we want to create jobs, security with decent earning, decent living, and with that decent job security. Okay. So this will make the district a better place. All right. Then I also got a mission. My mission is to develop young leaders in various fields of studies. All right. That's my mission. Now, let's look at the fact that my mission speaks on so many things. We want to prescribe policy to uphold the rule of law. That's one of the key aspects of my mission, to prescribe policy to uphold the rule of law. Another thing is to confront injustice. I'm from the criminal justice background. I got my BSc in criminal justice administration. So confronting injustice is a key component of my administration when voted for. And then prescribing laws or prescribing policies, to uphold the rule of law is another key component. All right. And also to defend the human rights for all, to defend the principle, value, and tenets of democracy. These are things that are lacking. This is why you see Liberia have become a weak state, because all of these things are lacking. The rule of law is not respected. All the tenets of democracy, the principle, the values, you cannot see them and make Liberia a weak state. So
Yes. Yeah, the internet is giving it.
The
Again,
network is burning.
yeah, like I stated, if John Fatoma wins, definitely he's going to be my representative, because District number 1, my Gibi County, I think it should be running around the Boston region there. Okay, going all the way to
All the way.
Surfing, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
all the way.
So I would like to ask him some questions when he gets.
sorry, this is Liberia.
that
Sorry, this is Liberia. These are some of the things that we want to improve on.
You will improve on the network business too?
Yeah. So yeah, but I mean, laboratory telecommunication need to be serious. They need to be serious. So we need to improve on it. These are things that we prescribe policies for to do. So another component of my mission is to enable the military, the AFL, to reach its full strength for national security, effectiveness, and efficiency. So that's my background. So I understand the kind of in-depth problem that the AFL has. I understand. I know what lacking in there, and I know what we need to improve on in there, and I know what we need for AFL to have its full strength, effectiveness, and efficiency. All right. So these are things that we're going to do. So it is about time that we, Team Fatoma, all right, do what is right for the district. We need to do away with those wicked ideas that fail the people. We need to do away with the wicked ideas that fail the people. We need ideas that see the education system to improve. It was a mess by Eddie Johnson Sirleaf. So I quote, she said the education system is a mess. So the wicked ideas that saw our education system as a mess, we need to work on it. That wicked idea that is currently watching 366,885 young children living on the street today. Source the general ministry. General ministry is my source for this. 366,885 young children living on the street. We need to change the ideas. We need to work on the wicked ideas. The ideas
All right.
that left almost 75% of the population unemployed and become beggars. Today, you're in the United States, you people are tired answering our calls. You people are tired. Some of you people say you put your whole problem on work. I'm busy. It's all because you got 75% of our population here today living on remittance. We need to change those ideas. And all the thing is just circle around the big boys. Like Tutu rightly said that she was CDC. I'm not against CDC. I'm not against Joshua. But I'm against what is wrong. What is going wrong is what I'm against. So if you are not part of CDC, you can't get a job. If you are not rolling with the big boss, you can't get a job. No matter your competence, no matter your qualification, no matter, you can't get a job. When I was living
Okay,
in the Mediterranean, guess what? People say, what are you taking this risk? Why are you leaving a secure job for your left turn to partake in politics? And then I told them, I said, look, to make a change, you got to leave your comfort zone to make a change. There is no way here we can have a change sitting in this barrel. Someone must leave. Someone must take the stage. So I told them I want to go. and they
okay.
all wish me
Let
well.
me
They say, okay,
let me hold you
you
right
can
there.
go.
Let me hold you right there. Let me ask you two questions. Let me use one stone to kill two rats right there. I listened to you explaining the
Okay.
positive and the negative. The negative is what you don't like. The positive is what you are planning to bring on board. So can I ask you, are you financially potent for this journey? And
Yeah.
what have you done for this district that you are about to go into? What have you done previously for this district? And how long have you spent in this district? How well you are known in this district? 4 questions in one.
So you and I know that. You and I know that. I've been in the district since 20 years now. Since 20 years of my life, I've been in the district. I'm a son of the soil. Let me say this. I'm a son of the soil. I school here, I work here, I grew up here, and I play soccer here. I did everything in my life right here. So for that, I will tell you I'm a son of the soil. And let me say this. Every time I do my community engagement, people engage me with this question about what have you done? I can always tell people I never one day control public finance or manage public finance for this district. So there is no way you ask me what have I done for this district. I can only tell you my impact in this district. But I have made some significant impact in the lives of the young people. I have made some significant impact in the life of our age family. Look, let me say this. I told you I'm between two generations. So the young people of District 1, Dwazon, Boston, Marshall, Needham Wayne, Shuffling Town, these are people that found it necessary for me to represent them. Because holistically, I have given 15 years of selfless service to the state and humanity. In this race, from the national scene up to now, up to our representative level, I have not seen a candidate, or maybe let's say an aspiring will-be candidate that have sacrificed these years for Liberia. I don't want to narrow it to the district. I want to give you the overview of the kind of sacrifices that I have made, that have contributed to making Liberia a better state right now to the security sector. And yeah, as you can see, the AFL is one of the they don't even want, but it is the most functional institution right now working in Liberia. I repeat, the most functional institution, sorry, that is working in Liberia, because the kind of sacrifices that we have made over the years to rebrand the AFL as a force for good, to make the AFL a vibrant institution in society that the entire world today can depend on. Our African brothers, our neighbors, can depend on the AFL as well. You saw it. General Johnson, I mean, I'm proud of him, proud of Minister Zanga. These are leaders I'm following. And then these are people that have worked over time. So we supported them. They cannot brag of themselves today, but we supported them.
Gabriel, you can inject.
Yeah, his internet. So let's just take a break and we'll come back. So. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, if you are with us, let me say welcome again to the Diaspora Talk. Today is the 25th of June, 2023, and we are slowly stepping into the most anticipated month of Liberia, that is October. And me, it's going to be very, very much interesting. I know you were in RAD, but I just want to inject and ask a question because, okay, district number 1 runs from I think district number 1 past Boston, right?
Yeah. Okay, I'm back.
Yeah. So if district number 1 cross Boston, then definitely if you win, you are going to be my representative, because I mean that's where I'm currently residing, and that's where I would love to be for the rest of my life, because I love that community. So I would like to say here, from my own observation, from the time around that whole Ralphie Highway, especially district number 1, Gorin Margibi County, one of the real problem is the illegal sale of land. I mean, every day people are getting swindled of their high-end money. People are getting duped. I mean, you as a representative aspirant, I mean, what have you put into, your plans in order to actually crop this kind of thing, the illegal sale of land, people getting duped, people selling land 1 or 2, more than 2 times, more than 3 times. I know you are not working with the land and mice, or you are not working with the land commission, but I just want to know. Yeah, I just want to know what are some of the plans you have to actually eradicate some of those things, because it's a very huge problem in that district. That whole Marshall way, I mean that whole Ralphie Highway.
That whole
I mean
area.
that whole area, when it comes to selling land, most people have been duped. I mean, most people have cried.
Victimized from the West
People have been
You work hard,
victimized.
send your
Yeah,
money,
and
buy your
that's
land, and they sell your land 50 times to 1,000 people.
yeah,
Yes.
and that's a recipe for chaos in that district. So, what do you have in your plan to actually crop this illegal sale of land or something like that, as a representative aspirant?
Yeah, you see, for the illegal sale of land, I think it have been addressed. The national government have instituted the land authority. Then the land authority working with the local government, and then they are doing extremely well. I must appreciate them for that. There are still some bad characters who are still doing double selling and stuff like that. So all the things just have to do with prescribing policies, and to address the issues. So when become a representative, definitely most of these things will be addressed through policy prescription. So that's the only thing we can do. We cannot go fight someone. We cannot put someone to left to the throat or whatever. But for efficiency and effectiveness, we will prescribe policies. to address the issues. Yeah.
What are some of the policies? Are you looking at it? I mean, digitalization, like digitalizing almost everything. If you want to sell your land, there's no need to go to the archive. You just have to sit down. Like something you can buy, you can just log into a system and try to check or validate the authenticity of a land, something like that. It's through digital. Are you really looking into that?
Yeah, you see, the land issue here is the kind of policy we want to prescribe, will be determined by me and my colleagues, all right? So when these things are happening, then we can just come out, naturally to take decision or probably prescribe policy as an individual. But we will work. For me, I will work with my colleagues to see how best, because there's a national issue. This is a national issue. This is not just District
But
1.
so
So
it's
you need to
prevalent in your
understand that
district. It
this
is
is a
prevalent in
national
your
issue.
district.
So
It is
yeah.
prevalent in your
But even,
district.
even in Nima, you heard what happened in Nima.
I want you, okay,
Yeah, for my district,
as a
this is what I'm saying.
recommendation,
This
as
is
a
a national issue.
recommendation,
So it will be addressed.
Mhm.
It will be addressed from the national perspective.
Okay. So for as a recommendation, I
Yeah.
would
Okay.
really, really want you to
So
look into that. It should be one of your cardinal pillars because it is very, very prevalent in your district. When you talk about illegal sale of land right now,
yeah.
the first thing people look at, the first player people will name is that Marshall Bill, that Ralph Highway Bill. So I think because that is a recipe for chaos. That's a recipe for disaster. That's a recipe for all kinds of.
Excuse me. Let me come back. Excuse me. Let me come back in like 10 minutes. I think I need to do something with my battery. Let me come back in 10 minutes, please.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. So Mercy, like I was stating, right?
Yeah.
That district one built my Gibi County. I think it run from that Tinker village coming to Boston,
All the way.
going all the way to Shopping Highway.
Yeah.
Most of the time, that area when it comes to illegal sale of land, when it comes to double selling, it is just prevalent there. Most people cry, most people have been victimized, even though there are rules and regulations, even though there are laws. But again, I don't really know how. If you take land case to the court, it will spend more than the length of time it would take to actually climax or to have a closure to that case. You really want to forget it,
You'll
because
forget
it is very, very time consuming. So what I wanted him to do, because it is very, very much. It occur in that era. It should be one of the pillars. Like suggesting that the whole issue of land, it should be digitalized. People shouldn't just come. Everybody that own land should register it with government. Let it be in the let it be in the system, so that the day you want to sell land, the person don't have to go and be calling someone and say, oh, okay, I came to ask you, calling physical evidence or witnesses say, I came to ask you, they met the real owner of the land. Has he really been living here for a while? So the day problem comes, most of the witnesses, you can't even see them. You call them, you can't even get them. So in order to actually uh, eradicate some of these things, or to actually minimize the way of people getting victimized, I think they should try to digitalize it. You put it in the system. If Mercy Tutu brought owns lot of land around here, let it be in the system. So I don't have to go and call John Peter Brown to come and authenticate whether she's the real owner of the land. I just have to go in the system and try to check it up. I see the number. Then if I want to buy it, and everything just pop up through a regulated system. So I would want him to actually look at that, because that is a recipe, that's a potential for chaos in the district. So I don't know why you really have whether you have something to say, then we can actually let's take a break and try to wait for him, or if you have anything to
So
say.
10 minutes. He said 10 minutes. That's a long time. We can't wait for him. We'll continue with the social topics. Yeah.
Yeah, I do. We should just add. I would suggest that we just climax it with him when he
Climax
go.
him. Okay.
Yeah. We just conclude everything with him when he go. Then we can just get on the social topic.
Okay. But then I take a break.
Liberia, Liberia, Liberia is my home. Liberia is my home. To have a better government, we need a good voice to checkmate the workings of the government, better road connectivity, good health system, improved technology system, food security, and many more. Why not join a team of professional panelists of the premier Asia platform, the Diaspora Talk? This and every Sunday at 12 p.m. Liberia time as we dig deeper in the hidden agenda of Liberia. The Diaspora Talk is a platform that consists of conscious-minded Liberians based in different countries across the globe, meeting under one umbrella to discuss the format of their beloved Mama Liberia. On the Diaspora Talk, we promote your business, so come and join us. Let's connect you with the right customers. At the Diaspora Talk, we talk the talk. We talk to shift Liberia. Join us and be open.
Okay, welcome back to the Diaspora Talk. So today we are platforming Mr. John T. Fatoma. Mr. Fatoma want to be a representative. He's a representative aspirant for District Number 1. And I listened to him, he was very, very much transparent. He said sometimes when people ask him what has he done, because that's the most asked question to most of the representative aspirant. What have you done for the district? And when Liberian men ask you what have you done, they are talking about tangibles. They are talking about, what are those things you have already done to transform the lives of the people? Whether you have built roads, the most ability is doing in Nima County, whether you have farm that have that is currently employing people like Edwin Snow is doing in Bomi County, the Amara Corner is doing in Babodu County. Those are the questions, those are the things they really want to hear. But as for him, he said, he has no access to public finance to say he will really do immensely, to affect the people's life. But what he can really prove of is good leadership, integrity. He's a role model. He's someone that people could look after and something like that. So my question to you is, is that really, really sufficient to actually, to win his rival, to just win his rival? Just integrity, being young, and other things. Is that really sufficient?
For me, it's not really sufficient. I have worked with Fatoma for over 9 to 10 years. When it comes to conduct, he's a very good guy, responsible, he has his family. But when this political question is asked, what have you done for the people? That question need an answer that will motivate the people to bring you on board. You don't have to have the whole world. The question was, what have you done for the people of District Number 1, Margibi County? And he went on stating that he served 15 years. He lived there for life. We went to school. For me, it's not sufficient. It's not sufficient. But Liberian people has their own way of doing things, of thinking on things. But trust me, if I mercy here declare my intention for district number 3, Mosurado County, trust me, I will already prepare that foundation, make that foundation solid before I bring to book my intention for the people. Because things that you do for the people in your district makes them. I mean, these people walk on you to your home to petition you. We have seen that. Some people's minds are not on politics. Some people don't want to be representatives. They don't want to come to government. But because of the extraordinary good things that they are doing for their district and the people within the district, it makes these people to petition you. These people loyalty into politics. That's what I asked him that question. What have you done? And my other question to him was, what makes you the people's favorite? Becoming the people's favorite, those are things they look at, the things you do for them. Helping children go to school. We got orphanage homes all over that district number 1. I've been there. I worked in district number 1 for 9-10 years. We have 4 to 5 orphanage homes around there. Have you visited them? Have you fed those children? Have you clothed them? Those are the things people look at to pull you on board. Well, he did not mention anything like that. He said because of his service to the district as a military personnel, it's not sufficient for me. He said his integrity is not sufficient for me. Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much. Welcome, Alfred. Welcome, my brother.
Thank you.
Okay. So does that mean that, I mean, if you don't have the money to actually provide those tangibles, I mean, are we going to be trivializing the issue of ethical lifestyle, like the way you live in the community? People, is that not an impact in the community for someone to say, yeah, I really, really admire this person? Like, so it means that a classroom instructor who does not have money, but he has been imparting, knowledge into the young folks. He has been transforming the ideological, the ideological experience of the people, or he has been impacting the people intellectually. Does that mean that he would have no chance to represent his own people because he don't have the money to provide those tangibles? I mean, are we not, trying to be a little bit biased to them or try to just throw them under the bus because of their financial incapability?
It's not because of their financial incapability. You just made mention of classroom teacher. It varies. Not all classroom teachers deserve to be leaders in the community or in the district. You know that. I cannot see a corrupt classroom teacher who don't know his functions. This man don't even go to class to teach our children. All he does is take money from them. We know when teachers are corrupt. Not all teachers are corrupt, don't get me wrong. We got good teachers. Teachers that taught me during my days from the 80s to the 90s. Teachers that taught me, I never saw what they call buying grades or giving teachers money. This new generation, that's when we started seeing them. We started seeing them. I cannot put one corrupt teacher to be my representative. What he going to teach? What he going to show? What he going to do? Being a soldier doesn't mean that you are qualified to be a representative. I used to be a soldier. I'm a veteran, 10 years of service to my country. I know what I want. I know what I did. I'm not trying to talk down on him, but I'm just saying something. Being a soldier doesn't mean that you qualify to be a representative or teacher. No. So many things That question will always come. What have you done for your community? What have you done for your district? That question is not just one question that we ask special people. This question is asked almost every time to all these aspirants that come on board.
I'm back.
Because some of them come on board with good intentions and bad intentions. Like I said, I worked with Fatoma for over 10 years. He's a good guy. But politically, I don't know him. Politically. Socially, I know Fatoma. But politically, bro, now I'm telling you, politically, I don't know you.
Yeah. So, Mr. Fatoma, I mean, what we're discussing we're discussing about, tangibility. I mean, mostly when people talk about what have you done for us, Liberian wants something tangible. They want something that have physically transformed their life, like roles, like having a company that employ people and something. So, like you stated here, you have served the army, you are ethical man, you are a role model. So the question here is that, are those things really, really sufficient enough to win you the representative seat? I think he has also left. So let's welcome our brother Alfred. Let him try to, dive into the topics to welcome my brother. So that's
thank you so much, Brother Gabriel, for giving me the opportunity to be here this morning again to join the conversation. I think first thing we need to do now in this new generation is to disabuse the idea of asking people what have you done, because I think our country has gone through the process where people have been used to doing the wrong thing so long that it has become a normal thing in our societies. The Constitution is very, very, very clear.
I don't know why I keep breaking.
As to how to
Change
become
your
a leader.
location. Change your location. Hold on 1 minute. Fatoma, you want to change your location a little bit? Change your location.
I think it's okay now. Should be okay.
It's kind of freezing.
I don't know what are you meaning, like.
Yeah, there are a lot of issues
right? The Constitution is very clear as to how to become a leader in our country. There's nothing in there that say you have to do a mountain of things.
So, 1 minute,
what
because
we are doing nowadays is to scare potential leaders that will come to change the trajectory and transform our country.
You guys are breaking
people. Because we are used to somebody going to the district to pay toilet to kind of get few people scholarship. That what we will continue to do.
This regarding toilet paying, that's
representation, oversight, and lawmaking. What that means is that when you become a lawmaker, you don't have to do a mountain of things in your district before you know the challenges in your district. Because you live in that district, you know the challenges. So when you become a lawmaker, the Constitution requires you to make good laws. It requires you to have oversight. It requires you to have representation. That's why the Constitution says. It says you will go build, anything you do all of that. No, it says you must make good laws. And when you make good laws, you must have representation. That means you're going to be speaking on behalf of your people regarding the challenges that the community or the district faces. That means you have oversight of projects and policies you have put into the law that will benefit the people. It didn't say you should go and do this. So we need to get from this idea of asking people, what have you done? We should rather be looking at people on their track record.
After they calling you, you need to stand down small. We will always ask. That question will be asked.
So for me, I have graduated. I have graduated from that idea of asking people, what have you done? I have purposely decided that now I'll be looking at policy. If you say you want to be a leader, I want to see the policy agenda. I want to see your policy agenda that you want to show to the people that say, when I become a leader, these are the policies that I feel that is affecting our district. And when these policies are put in place, we will be a better place. We should not be asking people.
Thank you, Alfred. Thank you.
And I told you that he spent 15 years of service. 15 years of service to the national government.
Alfred, thank you so much, Alfred.
Yeah.
I mean, we can monopolize the discussion now,
I
bro.
know this man
Yeah,
has
yeah,
spent
okay.
15 years in service.
So,
I spent 10
Mr.
years. We
Fatuma,
work together.
Mr. Fatuma.
Everybody know what he
So
did.
I got a question for Mr.
I am
Fatima.
not
If
wrong
you
for
will.
asking him. I am wrong
Yeah,
for
yes.
asking
Let me try to address the issue on the floor. Then from there we can ask our question.
Yeah,
Mr.
I'm,
Fatuma,
I'm listening. I'm listening.
yeah, Mr. Fatuma, when you were out, what we were really discussing was mostly, you know, when the electorate asks you, what have you done? They are looking at tangibility, like, I mean, building hospitals, building roads, having a company that is employing them. I mean, those are the things they look at. And when we ask you, you only talk about your long-term service, your ethical lifestyle. So we're asking whether those things are very sufficient to win you the representative seat. Again, it's technically a challenge.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah.
Konoa,
So
I know Fatuma like the way you know Fatuma. Fatuma and I worked together for years. Do the whole world know who Fatuma is? They know what he did for his district? I got a right to ask him politically.
no, I didn't say
And
you don't
two,
have the
I'm not
right to
continue-
ask him.
Hold on, Konoa, hold on. Masakwa made mention of a classroom teacher because people won't understand what I said. They're going to say a lot of stuff. I don't care what people say. Being a classroom teacher does not make you qualify to be a representative or being a soldier. Being a good soldier makes you a potential candidate. Being a good classroom teacher. Not all teachers are good.
Okay, Mercy.
Not all soldiers are good.
Since the guest is technically challenged, let's just give him the
Yeah.
floor rather whether he just answer the question.
But he's not. He's still loading. That's what I'm talking. He's still loading. Once he
Yeah,
comes
I
on,
don't know. I don't
trust
really
me,
know.
I think it's
internet.
really. So I am not wrong. People
I
will
think-
say, look, people in the comment section, but I don't care what people say. Being a classroom teacher, we know who are good teachers in school. You think I'm going to see a corrupt teacher taking money from students and making my district a representative to represent my district? Hell no, I'm not doing that. Do you think I'm going to see a bad soldier coming on board and endorse that soldier? Hell no. I am not saying Fatuma is bad. I've worked with this guy in the military for 10 consecutive years. He went 15 years above. I am not trying to bring any soldier down. I am a soldier who have good intentions for Mama Liberia as well. But trust me, we should know who we are bringing on board. That's my point. Some people will tell me that, oh, somebody saying a classroom teacher in his district is a representative. Yes, because that classroom teacher was a good teacher. That's my point. That's my point.
So, Mercy,
Thank you so much. Okay.
let's look at it this way, right? You just say, yeah, you work with this representative aspiring for 10 years. I work with him for over 9 years plus 2. And we've come to know each other when we all joined the military. And we left him there. And this is a man that has a very good track record while serving in the military. There's no one in the military that can say that this man, when he was serving, he was not a good soldier. He does not have that record, right? This is a man that went to school in that district. Not only serving as a military person, but the little resources that he was earning, he was able to educate himself. He's qualified, right? He's qualified. It's not that he just coming from the blue moon and say, okay, he wants to be representative. No, he's educated. He has got experience, and he knows what it means to be a leader. And I think, for me personally, it just blew my mind that he is in this race. He is ready in this race. It just blew my mind, And I think I support him. I support him very squarely. I support him because I know when he is given an opportunity to serve, not only that the district will become better, but the institution that he served, he knows the problems and challenges that the military faces. He will be in a house to channel the challenges that the military have faced over the last 15 to 20 years and how these challenges can be addressed. Right now, we're talking about accommodation for our military people. We are talking about healthcare for our military people. This is someone who has served in our area and he knows exactly the challenges that these guys are faced with. So he will be there to not only be a representation of the district, but also a person who has got experience from the military to say, look, we need to do this for our military if we want to see this country prosper. This is someone who has got that experience. So for me, I support him, and I just have a few questions for him. I hope he can come back to address some of the
Okay,
things.
gentlemen, he's going to be back very soon. So again, let me welcome Timas to the show. Welcome, my brother. Mr. Fatuma, I know you are technically challenged, so I think you have been listening to us. So I would just want you to just go right to the issue and just
Yeah, I'm kind of a technically challenged. So if you guys can just give me the flow and let me just go through this. All right. So I'm a little challenged technically.
Yeah, you are. Go ahead. Mr. Fatoma, are you there? Go ahead.
Okay. Okay. So as I was saying, right? Madam Brother asked me some key questions.
Oh my God. Yeah. So, gentlemen, before the guests come, who know Patrick Lulumba?
Fatoma said he will face the network when he win.
Yeah, Patrick Lulumba. You know, this man is an intellectual. One of his joys to intellectuals. Stimulate people, and not only for Kenyans, but he has actually gone across the world, and more people know him. And guess what? This man was running, I think, as representative or something like that in one of his districts.
Yes.
Yeah. And he said, after all what he said, after all what he stands for, you know, the people saw him and they refused him.
Yeah.
After all the platform, he said the people repel against logic. The people repel against critical thinking. So after all the platform,
I want the problem from me or from your studio.
No, it's from you. It's from you.
So long story short,
that district that is never problem and I'm from.
Long story short, the people ignore his platform, the people ignore his manifesto.
So if you can throw your phone on and put it back on and find a better place, will be okay.
It's from your district, Fato. You can't beat me for Fatoma business. I will ask my questions I won't ask.
Mr. Fatoma,
so if you can throw your phone on and put it back on and find a better place.
It's not your phone.
Yeah, but I think I get you.
Yeah, go ahead now. Go ahead. I don't really know, man. They guess just in and out. So long story short, gentlemen, the people now voted for Patrick Lulumba. They voted for a guy who went and started splashing money on them and started giving them and started meeting their immediate needs. And I would like to say this again. My brother, is sometimes because the people are entrapped into poverty, so they are looking for immediate solution. You're not coming to tell them, say, when I win, when I do this, even though, it rob good people out of service. It rob ideological people out of service, or it just deny them because they don't have the money, but they have the ethical values and principles. They have served, they are good people, they are stimulated people, but because they don't have the money to actually meet the immediate needs of the people, so the people don't look at them. So they look at they look at the bishop who will build a road, whether no matter how he got the money, whether he's a corrupt person. But the people vote based on instant gratification. So that's one of the things in our country. So let's say welcome to Timas. Let's say welcome Timas to the show. You have been listening. So just have your take, my brother, because our guest right now, our guest is in and out. Can't get him. Yeah, muted. Yeah, muted, Timas. What I said.
So yeah, so these are some of the things that we who have got the experience now. We need to be educating our people about doing away with this mindset that somebody has to do something in a district or a town before that person be given an opportunity to serve. There is nothing in our constitution that say you have to do anything. The only thing you need to do as a person is to build your own character is to educate yourself and to have a vision for your town, your district, your country, and your city.
It is based on experience too.
So that when you come to office or you are given an opportunity to lead your people, you will do well based on that vision, based on the character that you have built over the years, based on the experience that you have gotten, and based on your education. You understand? But nowadays in our country, since the day of, I'll just take it from 1944. From 1944 to now, 27 years of volunteer government leadership has been, the flamboyant lifestyle. You are the leader. When you speak, everybody listen. Nobody get time for you. You kind of pay toilet. You pay the one in the community, and you say the person is doing well. We have to
so after because the guest is technical challenge, we can give him the option of maybe you can try to
you can call. You can call.
Yeah.
You can call the number.
So, Mr. Fatoma, if you are listening to us and you just want to get your point through, just call on WhatsApp. I mean, that's the number there, so we can just get you through the audio. Maybe the video too. Sometimes when you're coming live, is very, very heavy, so you can also call or something. So go ahead, after.
Yeah. So I think I listened to Representative Aspirant Fatoma. I think he's a brilliant young man. His articulation was well placed, and I think if he's given an opportunity, we'll get the best out of him. I also believe that having lived in this situation for over 20 years of his life, he knows exactly what are some of the challenges within the district. He made mention of a few things that I really wanted to ask him about. He talked about the issue of health and education in the district. He gave you a statistic about the amount of children that live on the streets in Liberia from a statistic from the general ministry. He also talked about, how to make our military more efficient and effective. I think I want to ask him some questions on that now. I hope that he can call so that we can really ask him, because recently the government built one of the biggest hospitals in the county of Magebe, and it's right within his district, the 14 military hospital. I want to ask him how effective is that hospital right now in terms of health delivery services to the district, and what are some of the challenges that the hospital face that needs improvement. But I hope that he can call to answer the question. Then the question you asked on the issue of the land issue, I live in that district too. I just built my house in that district, and officially when he became representative, he'll be my representative too. So I really want to ask him more. Let him go more to talk about that land issue, because right now land issue is becoming a crisis. And if
it's a crisis, not becoming.
It's a crisis. So I fallen a victim of that. I bought a land, and once I got ready to start my project, there was a whole lot of fight over that land. My wife and I had to let that land go. We only received $200 back. Yeah, after spending $1,500, we only received $200 back. And my wife was so scared. My wife was so scared about what was going on. She just told me, you know what? Our lives are better than what we spend here. Let's leave the land business. Let go. We can find land somewhere else, and we can still get a land and carry on our project. And so I have a land in that place. I built my house there. I have a $2 land there, and I built my house on it. And so I really want to ask him whether or not how effective is the land commissioner, the land commission office in the Marshall area? How effective it is?
Well, Gabriel asked him, and he said it's doing good now, right, Gabriel?
I asked him. He said, actually, he said it's not going to be a unilateral. Yeah, he said the government has put in place a lot of measures in order to actually regulate the issue of reselling of land and things like that. But if he gets there, he's going to look at it, but it's not going to be a unilateral decision, because any decision or anything in the house, it has to meet the consensus of other people. So you work on with the people. But I was telling him that I would recommend that he take it seriously, because the reselling of land is very prevalent in his district.
Especially in that Marshall area.
In that Marshall area. So he has to give a critical eye, to it. Again, he's struggling. I don't know. I told him to call on WhatsApp, but it's that he want to be live, and again, he cannot come on live.
Maybe he got plenty to talk.
So
So
yeah, so gentlemen, let's just take a break and wait for him. If he doesn't come, then we can just skip to the next topic. Where did Okay, Alfred, please send me your number. Let me try to place it here because it's Tima's number here, and Tima is not on the show today. So if you are there, you want to call on the WhatsApp, you can call on +821080890335. Today we are platforming Mr. Fatoma, Mr. John Fatoma, Mr. John Fatoma served in the
if I
military.
want to send my number, that means I have to transition to my
Okay, put my number on. This my
So
Okay.
if I can just grab my computer real quick now, you can put my
No,
number.
It's okay.
Let's try to
have
have message number.
the
Yeah,
chat.
just drop it now. So you can call
Okay, it's right there.
+821080890335,
It's right there.
and let me try to.
And quickly, one thing I want to say before we go to the line, you know, we have to be serious here. This is in fact, let me say this. You know how Senator John McCain became I think senator from Arizona, because when he came from Vietnam, as a war veteran, that had a boy elected him as senator from Arizona, Senator John McCain. So we need to have experienced people in the House, especially for example, on the military and the security sector. You need to have people who have served in those areas to be able to articulate some of the challenges that the military and the security sector face. For us to say, oh yeah, we want to be, asking people what have you done and this and that. I think for me personally, we need to have experienced people in our house that represent us, so that we will be able to fix this crisis in our governing structure. Look at the police today. There's no trust in the police. In fact, the police has become a party police. That's what the police have become. We need to have experienced people that will put the issue on the table that these security sectors in our country or security institutions in our country are faced with, rather than for us to come here and make things like, you have to do bazillions of things before you take the matter of leadership in your country.
That question I asked, I don't think that question was wrong. I will continue to ask all experience that question.
No, I'm not saying you are wrong.
Again,
wrong. What I'm saying to you is we need to change the way we ask questions nowadays on the issue of what have you done. We should be more concerned about what policies that this individual has to offer to transform the life of our people, because nothing can happen in our country without a law. Liberia is a country of law.
That question was never.
Okay, gentlemen. I think again we have to. I think sometimes these things are done based on experiences or based on, because I look at Akara's brain. Where Akara's brain came from?
Exactly.
Akara's brain. There's no tangible. I mean, he didn't build road and nothing, and he was elected. Let's look at Richmond Anderson. Richmond Anderson was a professor. I mean, he's a professor. I think he owns skies. He owns I don't know, Sky or something, man. One university around 14th Street there, and because of the intellectual ability, he was elected
and this is someone who is in the era of
as representative. Yeah, he's in the era of education. Then let's go to the representative. Let's go to Edward Ford. Edward Ford is a professor. He was also elected. So I mean, I think the Liberian people have tried so many people. So let's take this WhatsApp call. Hello, your name and where are you calling from? We are okay. Go ahead.
Yeah, thank you very much for the show. I've been following the show and I've been making some comments regarding what the female, I mean, the lady, sorry about, I don't know her name, right, what she was saying. I mean, she made a lot of statement that I think it's not just, it's their role, like DEAD, like not good, because I think she bringing, I think the fact that she made this man personally compromises her judgment, and she keeps saying, well, corrupt teacher, is there something that she really know about the man that she's not seeing? Because I'm the one that said the representative in our state. His name is Tony Evans. Tony Evans is the governor of Wisconsin, where I live. He used to be a classroom teacher. He rose to the rank of a principal. And so he knows everything. So now he's on the educational committee. But in the United States, I don't know about Korea where you guys are. You don't have a senator like you guys have in every senator here has almost every senator has an area of expertise. They say like Joe McCain that the brother talk about. Like Lindsey Lohan, they will say Joe McCain is a senator and he's on the armed service committee of the United, because it's knowledge of military. You will find this other man, he's a senator of Arkansas, but he's on the agricultural committee. Make sure that America is fully supplied because of the knowledge in agriculture. It's not like the senators in Liberia, where say a senator from United, all he does is collect government money or development fund. So we need these kind of people. That man that is on there, that gets you guys have. Because of his 17 in the military, something we should regard. We keep asking, what have you done? It is not a prerequisite. It is not mandatory. I know in the Liberian Constitution, here in the United States where I live, for you to build school or do anything, you got to do nothing. You serve, have a moral character, have the age criteria, and all the qualifications necessary. Let's do away with it. What have you done? What have you done? Have you fair treatment? The man is not a Hong Kong task force. That's not his job of him. So,
thank you so much.
It's so unfortunate that I mean, but these are the kind of people we need in society.
All right, thank you so much. That's Ross at Profound. Yeah.
Let me come in a little bit, Gabriel.
You have a call there?
The caller will get dropped.
Okay.
This is something that I expected. I have known Fatuma over the years, positively. I work with this guy. He has a good conduct.
I said, I just take the call. 1 minute, yeah.
Go ahead.
Hello, your name and where are you calling from?
Yeah, my name is Alvin Gray. I'm calling from South Korea.
Okay, go ahead.
Hello?
Yeah, go ahead and make your contribution on the show.
Hello, your name and where are you calling from?
Just mute your device, Melvin.
Okay, I was trying to counter what the previous caller was just saying. Reversal proof. Sometimes I think it's very necessary to ask these questions. Like we have a lawmaker in the legislature there, right? He with the Liberty Party, I can't recall his name. He has been a senior official of police. These are people we look at when they're in these places to make difference. But with all the experience he got, nothing he's doing. Nothing he's doing. So if the lady is asking a question, it's necessary. She knows him to be a law enforcement officer, AFL personnel, but she doesn't know him politically. So she has the right. I think she has the right to ask the question. These people, you know them, some of them, they actually know you feel that they know everything with the level of experience they have. So when they go there, they will make some difference. But sometimes, on the contrary, they just tend to moo. They just tend to boo. They don't do what people expect of them. So I think the lady is right for asking that question.
All right, thank you. Thank you so much, Melvin. Yeah, go ahead, Marcy. You are in.
Okay, so just what Melvin said. I expected these people to be in the comment section and be ranting a whole lot of stuff. Like I said, I don't care what they say in the comment section. River says, Pro, I want to tell you this. The way we understand things is different. How you articulate, how you understand is different from mine. I will continue to ask these questions. These questions are important. I've known this guy over 10 years. We served. It doesn't mean I know him politically. I said this to his face before he even left. Even Konua are here. Konua is my son. I knew Konua back then. I still know him, but the day he declared his intention, I will ask him that same question. Because politically, I don't know him that south. So I don't think I'm wrong asking Fatoma, what have you done? What do you have? Oh, trust me, those questions will be asked every day. And I will not stop asking. Myself tomorrow, if I declare my intention, you can't ask me what I did. I will tell you what I did. I served. Military personnel are the best. When we talk about respect, we are the best. Integrity, we are the best. We stand for the best. But politically, I don't know Fatoma. Is that a crime? Go ahead, Gabriel.
So, gentlemen,
I want you to stay on.
we have our guest back. He has been struggling. You are back, Mr. Fatoma. Welcome back. Have you been listening?
Yeah, get to you guys clear now, Eric.
Okay, I think you are listening, right?
Yeah, okay.
Yes, Mr. Fatoma, the sticker issue here.
Yeah, okay.
I think you already know the point. The sticker issue here is that, I mean, you haven't listed any tangible things you have done. I mean, infrastructure, school, providing jobs, but you are coming. I mean, your more competitive edge is your loan service in government, your ethical lifestyle, your moral principles.
Jenny?
The question here is,
why are you doing that?
yeah, the question here is that based on the environment we live in, you think those things are really enough to really give you, an edge in the election?
Then never probably enough. Now see one thing.
No joke.
But say you say in the district here
Yes, I know.
they never probably enough.
That district, that particular district.
You can even be in your house the food on someone call you take the food off.
Yeah.
Because the towers are so far from each other.
And the problem is that that area is a developing area. I don't know why.
This is not something
people don't want
about
to pay attention
CDC, ANC, and Joseph Boycott. This is something we are talking about the Liberian people. So nobody should see it that way.
But we're not discussing Joseph Boycott here. We're discussing
something
Gentlemen, let's give chance to Mr. Fatoma. Maybe he can just wrap it up. Yeah, something. Yeah, go ahead, Mr. Fatoma.
My man, please call on the WhatsApp number. The numbers are over there. Just use the WhatsApp and call.
Okay, just if you can get or just
if you can hear, I'll just use the number and call the WhatsApp number.
Yes, so thank you once again. Thank you once again for the opportunity. Like the host said, I'm going through some technical challenge. Yes, it's true. I think the network is not in my favor. So I would like for you guys to just give me the platform for just at least 10 minutes or so. Let me elaborate on some key national issues regarding to my candidacy and as well to the people of District 1. So,
oh my God, what's going on here today?
I hold the top of what man here now.
Even the top person when you come here will happen because they never.
So, gentlemen, I think that's one of the things we really have to look at, man. That RRA highway is a developing community, and people are coming, people are building. I mean, you had it.
And Gabriel, one of the things that are happening over there again, the season that happening in Monrovia, where the horses are just so.
Yeah, so I would like to have another time, explain this because I think the network cannot permit me to go through all of this. So I would like to have another time, probably next weekend, so we can actually get this done. So, well, in short, my candidacy is all about making a little difference, and that little difference can bring about the kind of change we are desiring for as a district. And then that little difference also is a key component that even from the presidency down to the community leadership, that identical component is needed. Because when you look at the word leadership and you look at integrity, you get to understand that my district is lacking leadership and integrity. I made mention of the current chair on the legislative chair for the county, Honorable Tupperware. They make some decision that they think that is key, and then they were able to packet $4 million, 3 counties. Up to now, the county yet to receive that money. So that is something that we just cannot understand why is he providing such a leadership when it comes to monetary aspect. But that is not an issue. So my candidacy has to do with my manifesto that I'm running on. So based on this, my manifesto will display some key components, okay? A robust implementation of the 3 key cardinal functions of a representative. 3 cardinal functions of a representative, and district development, and youth empowerment, and we're looking at improved education, and then we are looking at a vigilant security as well. Yeah, a vigilant security. We are looking at integrity. We are looking at accountability, which is I need to be accountable to the people. That one thing that is lacking right now. So under my leadership, these are things that I'm going to be working on. All right, for my district, which lacks leadership under our predecessors or whatever, but I can tell you for free. There will be adequate leadership provided under my administration as representative. I can tell you there will be integrity exhibited under my administration as a representative. I can tell you that the age group will not be abandoned. That currently, the current representative is abandoning, or he has abandoned.
Come
Wow,
on,
wow,
just
wow.
one.
I think. So, gentlemen, I think the guest again, he's technically challenged. But again, some of the things he's talking about need budgetary support, there's some financial support. And here is he, I mean, he's not financially equipped. How is he going to take care of some of those things? That's what we'll have to be looking at. Because some of those things sometimes come from their own pocket.
It's not about finance. Being a leader is not about you getting the millions of money.
And brother, some other things need financial intervention. Some other things
So
need financial
let
intervention.
me get you some 3.
Why?
Yeah, let me get you some 3. Let me get you some three important things. So education wise, security wise, and health wise. So these are 3 cardinal functions, even from the national level down. So in my district, under my administration, all right, I'm gonna launch a project under the health delivery system. As I said previously, right? The health system need to be improved. There is a service there, but we need to improve, strengthen that service. So we're going to launch a project, and this project will be called Care for Patient Service Before Admission. This will be $1 million project we're going to launch under my administration as representative. We're going to launch this project because now in Liberia, if you just get hurt and go to the hospital, the first thing the nurses or the doctor will ask you to pay before they attend to you. So whether you dying or not, you must pay that money. So
Oh my God. You need to come back.
Yeah, no, we can continue on this. I think we just have to leave him, and you can just schedule another time.
Yeah, we will actually need to have it another time where he will have the best day. Especially, I know maybe a running order.
So, Mercy, are you sure we are going to delve into the second topic? Because I think we have time pressed right now. Or you just want us
How
to?
many minutes you got left?
My man, Fatoma,
Can you just
can
conclude
we
so
I'm
we
so
reschedule
can
it?
sorry
just share
this is
you?
happening. I'm so
Yeah,
sorry.
just conclude and we can
Yeah, we will
just get in for
reschedule
it.
this. Yeah, because
Yeah,
I'm so
yeah,
sorry this is happening. I'm so sorry.
Hey,
no
Rainy,
problem. It's not your fault.
Yeah, so we will reschedule this and so that we can make it properly done. So
When we
that's it.
reschedule,
So
make sure
let
you
me
go to another
appreciate you
district for
guys.
next week.
I want to say thank you again for having me. We will.
my man, you got my support. Trust me, you got my support. You got to be support.
So you see, this is kind of problem we want to solve.
You my brother, man.
Yeah, this is the kind of problem we want to solve. Network in the district. The current representative, CDC man, cannot provide network for us.
Don't go there, sir, so I can bring CDC video on you.
Okay, man. So
I
thank you
been
guys,
quiet.
man, for having me, and we're gonna reschedule it so that we can make it better. But
All
but
right.
let me say this before I close. It's very key. All in all, this whole thing is about financial support. Even the presidential aspirant now, Honorable Joseph Boga, and all lobbying right now for support. So one more about me. Alexander coming and lobbying for support. What about me? So the one thing here is just about finding means that my diaspora brothers can support me in this process, because this is not a one-man process. This is not a one-man game. This is a process, a huge task that I'm into right now alone with the support of my chairman in there. All right. So it's all about support, because by
My
next
man,
week
I'm
I will
not
be
going
set
to
up.
talk about your support and forget about me.
The chairman, Iowa.
All right,
Talk about
gentlemen,
support and forget about me.
I think
Make sure you go to district number 3 to go get that web service there. That your
Yeah, but
district
actually,
here,
you
no,
know,
no,
when,
no
when
network.
when when this brother started the team, I'm very proud to say that he actually contacted me 2020. 2020, he said, my man, we are in the district here, and people continue throwing at my house and telling me to run in the district, but I don't want to do that. I'm still trying to get my degree, and they're telling me to run. I said, you know what? Don't disappoint the people. Go get a degree, get your degree, and then think about it later on. But don't disappoint the people. This is my man, I will get back, but we'll be talking at me back and forth. And finally, when he graduated from the Advantage University, the people came back to him and said, my man, the time is right. Come on board. Then he came out to me and said, what are your boss? I said, my man, when the people come to you and say, this is what they want, go ahead and do it. You live in the district for over 20 years. You went to school in that district. You served in military right there for over 15 years. So go for it. So after he decided to go ahead, and then he came out of his man, you'll be the chairman. I said, well, wow, what did I do? The chairman, I ain't like, bro, wow, I'll be the chairman. So, my man, I want you to be the chairman. And since then, we've been working together very effectively. And today, he has gone through all the process and just waiting now to be certificated from the National Election Commission. So I can say to you here, all of us that in the diaspora that have had the opportunity to serve in the military, this is our own. We must support him in whatever way we can. Hopefully, when we have another time where he will be here, at least he'll be able to tell us exactly how we can all rally around to support his campaign. Thank you so much for having him here, and I hope that he can come back to talk more about what he wants to do for the district.
so. My thing here is that if the people really nominated you, they went to you. They already told you that you will be their leader. So why do you need money again to persuade them? Why do
No,
you
but
need
you
money?
know, obviously, when it comes to campaign, you need to go out there and do your messaging. You need transportation. You need to do other things. You need flyers. You need flyers. You need other things to campaign. You're not just sitting down to your horse.
No, but the same people can raise the money because they want you. They need you.
Yeah, it's going on. It's going on right now. There's a committee that he set up in the district that doing that one, he want other support, so he reached out to me. And I really wanted him to have been the one to talk more about it, because sometimes when it comes to money business, people are more skeptical, especially for some of us who are in the diaspora. People become skeptical about money business. So I really wanted him for himself to speak about it, and then I will just come on there to support him to talk about how we'll be going ahead to do that, donation, whatever donation that we can do for him. And Sister
Okay,
Tutu, I'll be reaching out to you soon.
Mercy,
No
Mercy,
problem.
If you have time, we can just dive into the
Let's
next
just
topic.
dive into one instead of the three, okay?
Okay, so go ahead.
Let's go into
Take charge.
one.
Today we're going social small, no politics today. The politics free now.
So the first one, probably we can go into two shortly. We still got 30 minutes, right? So
Yeah.
Is there any advantage or disadvantage in abstaining from sex until marriage? That's my question.
Yes, there's a huge advantage. There's a huge advantage. Number one, I think that the issue about marriage, most time people just centralize it on the issue of sex, but I think it go beyond that. And myself, after being married for a couple of years now, I think the issue of sex is not very, in my opinion, a very big or major thing. Why it is true, it plays a very important role in the relationship. But I think when you abstain from sex or sexual relationship before you get married, it put you in a position to really think about what you want. Number one. Number two, it has a very big benefit when it comes to health. Because if you are just going out there and just carrying yourself around, there's a likelihood that you're going to be infected. And there's a possibility that that infection might last you a lifetime. It also creates an advantage where, you are not in it. Look, this thing sometimes can create depression. Because if you are going out there and just carrying yourself, having children all around, and you are not financially capable of taking care of your responsibility, sometimes it can lead to depression, which can become a very big thing for your own health. So I think staying away from sex until you are ready, the right word, use the right word, until you are ready for it, is something good. Because obviously, once you engage into sexual life, the next thing that happens is having children. Most time people think that the quote-unquote sex life is all about enjoyment, but that's not the meaning. That's not the function of sex. The function of it is to have children. And once you engage into it, you must have children. And if you are not ready to be able to take care of that huge responsibility, the best advice I get is stay away until you are ready. Now, someone will ask me now, did you stay away until you got married? I know somebody will be able to ask that question, but everybody's circumstances are not the same. If 19 years ago, if you were to ask me that time, I would tell you no. But now, having had the experience in being a father and a married man, I can tell you, having had the experience, you're going to ask me that, I would say yes, I'm going to stay away, because there are a lot of opportunities that you miss when responsibility comes. Rather than being single, where you can just explore the world, when responsibility comes, it holds you back, it delays you.
Yeah, Alfred, please communicate with Mr. Fatoma, man. He's trying to get in, but tell him we have concluded our session, and maybe we'll arrange another time for him.
Okay.
Yeah, just. So, I think it's my turn, right?
Yeah, your turn, talk.
So I think my brother almost, I don't know what to say, because he just said almost everything. The issue of early responsibility, especially if you don't have the means to take care of children that you are unprepared for. The early sex, when you get addicted to it, something, you know that you can get addicted to sex. You can get addicted to sex. I mean, you don't have the financial capability and you get addicted to sex. And at the end of the day, you start having unwanted children. guess what? You have embraced poverty very early. You have embraced poverty very early. And the problem here is that the more you get burdened, the more you forget about your own goal. There are some people who had the vision, the plan to go to school, to finish college. But when they look at the children around them, the children they say are not going to school. The children have become burdened. So now they'll just say, let me just forget about it here, man. Let me send my children to school. My children will take care of me. You getting me? And most of the people are very young. You will see a 30-year-old man or 20-year-old girl trying to abandon her own goal and thinking that the little 4 5 children, the four
Little
5 year old
fool.
children, yeah, the 4 5 years old children that she has, she try to focus on them because you know what, the responsibility has already robbed her of her future. So I would love to say this: it is better you abstain from sex until you become economically empowered, until you become mature, until you have a partner that will really, really meet you. I mean, in a well good position that you will say, yes, at least I got my teeth on the store, you know. I hope, yeah,
You
yeah,
took your time to get your stuff on the stove.
yeah. I took my time. That I mean, you will not be working with the woman and people be pointing finger at her, this and that. You know, I mean, I know it's difficult to have a virgin, but I think it will be very good. I mean, as Stephen says, even if you do it, but I mean, it should just be in a very minimal way just to keep it up. But mostly you should abstain from it till you are really, really. The most important thing you want before you really, really get involved into it is to be economically empowered. Because I look, the moment you get into that thing, you are trying. The next thing is responsibility. You are coming to start having responsibility. You start having children, and when the children come, you will see the mother is poor, the father is poor, the grandfather is poor. Then again, the child will go and get, a child. There's no way I'm trying to be derogatory
No foundation.
on
Yeah.
motorcyclists, but you see that child go behind a motorcyclist who himself does not even own the motorcycle. He's riding for another person. He cannot take care of the child. And these things it bring poverty, in the country, not only in the family, in the country at large. So I think parents should be teaching their children about sex education, not to scare them about it, not for them to see it as a surprise, but outline the consequences, the future consequences that they will try to encounter if they just get into it. So I think people should abstain from sex. They are ready, they are ready, they're economically empowered. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Okay, let's dive into the second one before I
So what you
conclude.
say? You the woman here in
Yeah,
the
what
on
you
the
say,
what you
yeah.
say?
You guys have said it all. Some people don't really educate their children when it comes to sex. Those are things we need to teach our children on a daily basis. During our days when we were born, things weren't tough the way things are now.
Yeah.
Our mothers, our dads were having sex and they were having us here and there. I mean, conditions that time were okay back then. That was then.
Yeah. You can even live
But
with your
now
uncle, no problem.
you
Yeah.
can live with your uncle, you can live with your aunt. I mean, people were willing to accept people, children from outside
So
to
true.
raise them. And not
Yeah.
even just raising them, but educating them.
Educated them.
But this generation, nowadays, nobody can ever dream to eat in their dream anymore. The
Yeah.
wizards, the witches, they don't eat in their dreams anymore. We don't eat from them because they don't have food to cook. That's an example. Oh, yes, that's an example. We used to eat in our sleep. People say, "Oh, I eat that wish or that wizard brought it."
So in the dark water, the economy had
The economy is hard in the dark world. People are not, the wizards and the witches are not even preparing meals, hot meals. Remember now we used to dream and eat chicken and meat in our dream.
telling you,
You
man.
can see mama. The wizards and the witches don't see mama anymore to cook it for us to eat. I'm trying to say things are hard. There is no uncle that want to take care of cousin, niece, or nephew anymore. because it's hard. The advantage part of this whole sex business, the good side for sex. I'm not saying you should be rich before you have sex. You can have sex and protect yourself. Protecting yourself while having sex is a clear indication that you want to be on the safe side.
It's true.
Protection in sex is a clear indication that you don't want to have unwanted babies, meaning that you did not plan for these babies. But then, unfortunately, because you are having unprotected sex, those babies came. Probably you don't have money for abortion. So you were just born to born that baby in the same category that you are in.
Yeah.
This generation, for me, I don't see it necessary that people born children when they are not capable of taking care of those children. The fun part, sex is good, but protect yourself and have sex. If you get money, have your sex randomly, I don't care. Do what you want to do. But we should minimize it. You unmute, you unmute, you unmute. You unmute. Mute.
Yeah, mute Afra.
I say you on this show here, you are followed by thousands and thousands of people, and you are a health practitioner. I disagree with you to say because you have money, you must have sex all around the place. That is a bad advice. Because you know what? When these people get sick, we who are in the human health services, that's a big challenge for us.
If you have money, you can go ahead and have your children.
No, please don't talk that out. Don't talk that out.
Go ahead and have your children.
What? Okay, explain yourself. What do you mean? Go ahead and have your children.
Go ahead and have your children. I don't.
What do you mean? Go ahead and have your children. Explain that in detail.
Because you are financially potent to take care of those children and give them the future that they want.
Okay, that's what you mean.
Yes.
Do you? Because I'm on the language you speaking. I'm understanding because you have money, you can just go all around and be having sex all around the place.
No, I didn't put it that way.
Okay.
If you have your money, you can go ahead and have your children because you already have a life to give them.
With someone that you trust.
With someone that you trust. You can even be rich and still have protected sex. Probably you don't have that trusted person. Am I making sense?
Now you're speaking as a health practitioner. Quiet.
You can be rich and still have protected sex because you don't want to have your babies by the wrong daddy or the wrong mommy. You can be poor and have unprotected sex as well because you love this person and you trust them that they can give you and your child the future that that child requires. Am I making sense?
So it doesn't require money.
Having children does not require money all the time.
It requires the right time.
The right time and the responsibility. Our people never have money when they hire us. I think I said it previously, they never had money when they hired us. Things were not the way things are. But this generation, my advice, if you are not ready for baby, do not. The bad part about it, the disadvantage part, those babies suffer a lot. No child deserves to suffer because my mom cannot provide my daily bread. No baby deserves to sit home because my mom and my dad don't have the capacity to educate me. These children don't deserve to be naked because you don't have the potentials to clothe them. These babies need to be born and have it waiting for them. You know, they don't care. Once you have it, they know you got it. That's why you see children barking, mommy, buy me this, mommy, get me. They didn't know you have it. The bad side about having sex when you are not prepared are those things I'm listed. But when you are fully charged and you have the right person, go ahead and have your babies with the trusted one. If you don't have that trusted person, wear your condom and have protected sex. And protected sex, again, it protects you from having sicknesses. We got a lot of diseases all over. HIV is not the worst one, but hepatitis B is the worst one. Speaking from the medical perspective, I will tell you, living with HIV is better than living with hepatitis B.
Wow.
Because when your liver is inflamed and damaged, it's horrible. Your liver can no longer process the medication that will be used in your body. Once the liver is damaged and you cannot have a transplant, you don't have the means. Where are you headed? But you can have your OH HIV, you on your medication regularly. I mean, you can go as 30, 40, 50 years plus. HIV is not a big case. That's one of the things Liberian people lacking in the community. They see HIV to be the horrible thing in when it comes to disease, stuff like that. But trust me, HIV is not the worst. We got worse ones hiding behind the HIV virus. So having protected sex is worthy. It helps you.
Sorry, that hepatitis B, is it sexually transmitted?
It's transmissible greatly. You get it from sex as well. Yes. We got alcoholic hepatitis. There's one where you drink excessively. Those are people that drink excessively. And the liver has been what damaged. It inflames because of the consumption of high alcohol. You know the liver cannot take all these things.
Yeah.
Your liver is so tiny. How much chemicals can this thing take?
To break it down, but the liver, the way the liver does is that it breaks the food and stuff that that goes in there, and then it takes out all the waste. It takes out all the waste from that what it does. So if you have chemical in there that it does not, it cannot break. It affects the liver. Yeah.
Where are you heading? Most people feel that hepatitis is the horrible one. I tell you that no, it's not. HIV is not. HIV is the simplest. HIV, I prefer HIV over hepatitis because I can have my HIV medication regularly. I'm not missing my dosage and I'm moving on. But hepatitis, when the liver can no longer hold, who processes a medication that goes in your body? Your spleen cannot do it. Your kidneys cannot do it. It affects you greatly. So these are the things we need to know. Shout out to those ladies and those gents who use condom all the time. People might say, oh, condom is not safe. It's not 100% safe, but at least you escape some things that you are not supposed to come in contact with. Yeah. It's good. It is so good. When I was coming up as a young girl, the home I came up in, those people were not educated, but trust me, they make sure they send us to the Cali school until the end of the day. They educated us. They make us to know the importance of life. If you are born of a poor parent, it doesn't mean you're going to be poor. You can break that barrier. But that's what happened today. We learn more. I'm here today, my daughter in Africa, my son in Africa. Today is Sunday. Every Sunday, that your children picture I sent you, Konoa. Every Sunday is sex talk. 13 years old girl and a 17 years old boy. Every Sunday we do a video call and I teach them what to do, even though my son is not active in anything yet. But we don't know. 17 years old things happen. I'm not praying for it. I teach my kids what to do. I teach my children personal hygiene because I'm not there as a mother. The dad is there, the grandma is there, but they need my voice mostly as a mom. They need my voice like this mom who was giving us injection once upon a time, who was doing our IVs. Our mom is not here no more. Who's going to do all those things for us? So it's important. I can stay to say I don't want to have sex for years. It don't have no effect on you. People say, oh, if you don't have sex, your eyes will be turning, you will drop. Hell no, that's a blatant lie. It has nothing to do with you. It has nothing to do. So guys, let's take care of ourselves. Yeah. Do the right thing and give our children the happy life that they deserve.
Sure. Yeah. Sure.
We still got a little time, no?
Yeah, just 13 more minutes. Yeah.
13 more minutes. Why your callers and I can call in, calling? Does love at first sight exist or not? This generation, they put it this way. In this generation, does love at first sight exist? You are
Love.
muted. Konoa.
This question you ask is a difficult question because love lies in the eyes of the beholder. Yes. So because love lies within the eyes of the beholder, it's difficult to determine whether or not love at first sight is genuine. Because I believe that's the question you're asking, whether it is genuine at first sight. And I think all of us have had the experience, and I would say from my own personal experience that yes, sometimes when you are a determined person and you're looking for someone who you want to, have the rest of your life with, love at first sight can be genuine based on your own thought processes and what you desire. Love at first sight can be genuine from that point. On the other hand, sometimes it cannot. You just got some people who are uncontrollable when it comes to, I don't know, I'm speaking it right word, in or
My
uncontrollable.
question is, does it exist now?
Uncontrollable when it comes to, the issue of building relationship or sex relationship. In the generation that we see today, I am not too sure whether it exists. I'm not too sure. But again, it based on individual differences. It really based on individual differences. Because I could see someone that I admire and I like, and I feel that I can trust this person to build my sexual life with. Someone might see another person and say, I just want to get me out of the person based on what the person has. It's all about the mindset, So it's difficult to just put a blank check on it to say whether or not it exists. It depends on individual basis.
Gabriel?
Yeah, I think like Konowa stated there, I think I would be a fool to just see someone, at first sight and I fall in love with you. I can admire you. Yeah, I can admire you because probably maybe your appearance is so appealing, you look good. Yes, I can admire you. But in order to really have that affection for you, where I will have to conclude that I can be sexually involved with you, then it will have to go to so many stages. The first thing I will look at compatibility, whether you both are compatible. I will have to do my compatibility test. The way the UL borders and that. The other Julia will be struggling. So when they go now, they get a degree, now they get that, man, we are not compatible, we are not compatible. So sometimes, yeah, really, from the onset, I can admire you. We can be together. If it is for fun, it can be for fun, just to go, but to keep you as my partner for life or to sit, because if you are my partner, anything that happened to you definitely happened to me. So definitely, I'll be giving almost like 50 or 60% of my existence of my life to you. So I will have to be very, very much careful the way I make decision. Like I said, I'll run my compatibility test. The first thing, uh, I'm a reserved person. Can I keep a talkative? I don't like talking. Can I live with someone who will be playing music in the house, bombarding someone? I'm not an outgoing person. Can I live with someone? Can I be with a person who will just want to take me to the club all the time, all the time, all the time? So I'll have to run a lot and lot of tests. Yeah. So just to get,
So see, that's what I said to you. It depends on individual basis. So it's not about
you that. So the TDJ said, what we see from the appearance is the continuum, right? But the content is why sometimes people don't really pay attention to the content. The continuum, the surface, more people are carried by the surface. But the surface is just something that is covering. But the main thing is, the content within that continuum. That's why we have to pay attention to. Because if the content is not good, if the content is polluted, definitely, that love will tend to hate. There will be no affection in the home. So I would say, only a fool would just see somebody and just fall in love with them from the onside, and that would just be based on probably emotions. You are involved because you are emotional about it. because I don't like the word love, because you see sometimes when you love somebody you become emotional, and psychologists say when you become emotional you become less rational. Sometimes you will not want to make critical decisions. That's why in my relationship sometimes I'm just saying this. I tell my partner, don't call me baby, baby, sweetheart, sweetheart when we're discussing critical issues, because if it
Don't call me Gabriel.
yeah
No, baby, sweetheart, talk. When discussing critical issue.
yeah, when
Call me
discussing critical
Gabriel.
issues. Yeah, when we discuss a critical issue, don't call me baby, don't call me sweetheart, because
Why?
these are needs that mesmerize you and make
Eh,
you become
emotional.
emotional, and you make wrong decisions. So I don't want you, yeah, so I don't want you to call me baby when we're talking about serious
Oh,
issues, especially when you wrong me. You know that I'm stressing on something that you have to change. I mean, you are doing something. I'm talking it. We have to change. I want us to sit down and talk about it. There should be a transformation in your behavior. But you are there calling me baby. Then I'll just say, "Nah, okay, no problem." Then we leave that unresolved because you put me in an emotional state. Then I take it, lightly. That's why I always told men, don't be
Gabriel.
mesmerized by the. There should be a time. I know it is good, but there should be a time that the baby sweetheart something they
The
feel
man
and
will be something. He
yeah.
will put it
So
on here.
But Gabriel, you know those names, those pet names we call our men. Look, those names comes down situations in marriage or relationship. So if you here telling me that if you own critical things like critical situations in your home, you don't want her calling you honey, Gabriel,
yeah,
that's
because
a
it will
no.
make
Don't
you
misconstrue the man.
man.
The
That's
man
what
are
I say.
saying in bad faith. The man saying
I'm not saying it
when
is
they
bad.
come for that one, let us call it issue quiet. When we feel
Let's
what that
discuss
one,
the
he
issue.
can come
Yeah.
out with
So
You
you
know, let
want
me
me
tell you
to be
something.
calling you Gabriel at that time? Then when we finish, I
At
call
that
you
time,
sweetheart.
because I would know
Thank
that
you.
it is serious. Listen now, listen.
No.
Look, these are the reasons for which you will trivialize very important issue. Very important issue. Look, let me tell you something. I hate to be emotional. The emotion, it is good, right? But at certain time, it makes you to make very bad decision. Very bad decision. That's why when I'm happy, I don't make any decision. When I'm angry, I stay silent. I go look for a very neutral area to be, because at that time you are in an emotional state. Anything you do at that
I need
time.
to find a woman to teach her how to make you angry.
One thing
My
is
man
that
say he don't be something. Nobody coming for his head.
you know, you know, there's something we call emotional awareness, right? Emotional intelligence. When you are emotionally intelligent, you will know yourself. You will know when you are angry. So when I know I'm angry, I know what to do. You get me? So
Yeah.
I would like to say that I don't like anything like when I see that girl, I want to emotionally engage you because of your appearance this time. Maybe it will just be for something like, I mean, just one or two times, short time, this and that. I mean, just to satisfy our
Curiosity.
immediate sexual desire at that time. But to say I want to take you seriously, then I will not allow my emotion to go into it. I will allow the critical thinking part to come there, because I want to build my life with you. So that's it.
Okay, for me, love at first sight does not exist. What exists is money.
Money.
Bagu.
Money. Let me go back. Money. No money, no love.
No
For some
money, no
people,
love.
even let's say majority, love is 30% and the money should be 70%. Mhm. Let me take you back to my grandfather back in the days. The little, like the same topic he used to lecture us. He said during their days when they want women, during those days, love at first sight was vivid. You could see it. By the time the guy show face, oh, the girl can go loco. But this time you get money, what in? I beg you, yeah. The papa said when they are eating, the young boys doing their days. You see the lapa, how you can tell the lapa native with the not behind it. They
Yeah.
crisscross like this. That's how they used to.
Hmm.
That's how they used to dress. Time for eating at the square. Women will always be 7-7. They don't wear underclothes like they brief. They don't wear it. What they do, they just look for pancana oil and shine their testicles with the pancana oil. And then the girls will come to eat. When the girls come to eat, women and men private part, I don't know what God really hang between those two people. By the time they see each other, affection takes place. The papa said time to eat. That's when all the men can squat. And when they're squatting, they can open up a little bit. Then those shining testicles can get trapped. So you, the woman, the size you admire, you feeling falling in love with that size. Now your husband right there, you're gory. You see? So my bigger sister who died 1988, she asked the grandpa, how you found grandma? He said, shut up, your mom and So this generation people, there is no love. First love, I don't know. It's not existing. You get money, no woman want you.
No, but I mean, that's a vice versa now. How about the women that that don't want the money? They are financially capable. They can hold their own. They can do it for themselves.
Yes, they don't want to because of your physical appearance. Most women, like our generation these days, most women go for physical appearance. Those women who are financially potent, they don't want men to bring money on board. They are looking for something in you. 2, 3 things. Let me tell you, I'm a woman talking. A woman is going for bigger, grumpy. A woman is looking for the height, physically, that height. Women are going for the stomach, the 6 packs. They want to see the muscle linings in there. 3 here, 3 here. Those are the things women want. Some women want. Because my husband, who I love so dearly, who married me, he don't have 6 packs. I love my husband, but my husband can work and give me money. So we love each other. No money, no love. My husband said,
oh my God.
No
Come
money,
again?
no
Listen to
love.
that. My husband can work and give me money. So that they
My
know that
husband
money.
can work hard.
What are you talking about here?
So that they know money love go.
I know how to make money. He knows how to make money.
Oh,
We
but
both work.
wait, yeah. Don't can be confusing the people. Don't can be confusing the people and say no money, no love. But
When you want woman, give her money. You want woman to like you, give her money in the morning, money in the afternoon, money in the evening, money in the night. The love will be there. No money, no love. What are you talking about, Konoa? Some women don't want your money. Absolutely. They want you. They love you. Trust me. It's not because you, what they call? They're looking at certain things. They wobble. They wobble. They're looking at that wobble. This wobble one. Get a wobble in wazoo. Everything will compress. Those are the things women go for. Not all women want money.
I see you, yeah.
But me, I like money.
You know what?
My husband loves me too.
So let's take for example, you get position change now. Sometimes you can be at the same level at all times. Sometimes I mean you become financially incapable. So during that time, how do you rather manage with the love? Where the money is not coming anymore?
They log and bring the closer and be with you.
What are you talking about? You say what? In case no money?
Right now, right?
Yeah.
I mean, the love is take, the money is coming. Let's take for example, okay, America is almost like a structural system. No matter what happens, you will get job. But let's take it back to Liberia, right?
Yeah.
Okay, where the man is working in the government, he's giving the money.
Asking me here, right? Ask me, don't go to Liberia right here. Yeah, ask me.
No, what I'm saying, I'm
taking.
Okay, let me give.
And I'll answer you.
Your husband is working in government, right? He's providing all the money, almost everything. And at that time, the love is full. I mean, the relationship is more cohesive. You people are together. And Taka, he's out of job. Government change. He's not working anymore. Money is not coming in. No contract. How are you going to rather manage with that? Saying like the way you said, no money, no love. Would that be a recipe for disrespect and divorce and something?
That would not be a recipe for divorce, disrespect, dishonesty, and adultery. Ask me why.
Why?
When my husband, who and I love each other so much, working, that's where good wives step in. When you have your potential husband who is working and putting food on your table, while you yourself hustling, 2 of you bringing it together. This is the time when you guys are young. to build a future for old age. You need to always have something grounded for your tomorrow, because we will not.
We call it a rainy day.
The rainy days. I am a woman. I have 2 years to hit 50. I'm aging backward because I am goddamn beautiful. You think I'm going to have the age, the strength for that age? Hell no, I will not. The beauty stays, but the strength will deteriorate. That's why my husband and I, we are working and saving for tomorrow. When those rainy days hit us, there will be no struggling time in our rainy days, because we have somewhere to put our head. We have finances that come in every time. Grandchildren will have food to eat. Community members who will come around will have something to eat and drink. I live in this country. We work hard. We save. We invest. We are investing because of tomorrow. So if you work in government and you become poor suddenly, you are a fool. Can I reiterate? If you work in government, if you serve any position in any organization, and you suddenly became poor, your rainy days are so clouded, you are a fool.
Sometimes poor investment decision can make you poor now.
The what?
Sometimes it's not because you intentionally ate your money, but sometimes poor investment decision.
That's what I'm talking about. You did not pay attention. You never remember there was a day called a rainy day that will come. How will you be working for money and you don't have something to put down? You need to ground something for your tomorrow. You think the age and you on your working, you think you will have that strength tomorrow if you hit 50, 60? The first thing human being need to calculate. Yeah, I am now. I have little strength to work. And I'm using the money buying all the name brand, bed, shoes, clothes. What happened when I hit 50 and 60 and I don't have this strength? That's why we are making use out of our time. That's why we are investing for that tomorrow. Because that tomorrow, I don't want that tomorrow to come with disrespect to my husband, which of course I can never do until death do us part. The only thing that will take my husband and I away, except I pass or he pass. But nothing like disrespect, adultery, snitching all over the place will come, because we are building for the old age and the rainy days. So
thank you, Mama. Thank you so much for your advice. Some of us take your advice very seriously when it comes to the rainy day.
Yeah, we take it.
You eat $5, you better keep $2.50.
Yeah.
You eat $10, you better keep 25 cents.
And what you are saying, Sister Mose, is very prevalent in our African communities. People just work where they want to buy the latest car. They go to the car dealership and take the latest car. While I don't want to be racist here. While the other people on the other side just getting rich, they give you their car, the car that will not bring you any tangible when you are at your old age. They won't ride the latest car. They just passing around thing. Car no, from the other car to the other car, from the other car to the other car, and there is nothing set up for the community. And it's very prevalent in our African communities here. People don't think about tomorrow. It's all about today. And I think sometimes we need to get experts. I'm talking about African American experts to come on our show here to be able to teach some of us about how to manage our finances, because it's getting very, very serious. You go to that place, you see baby mama, baby papa. You go to that place that goes all around in our community. It's because people are not paying attention. People are not paying attention. It leads to resentment and disrespect and all kinds of things going on in our African American society. I think this is something we need to really work on,
So, but Mercy, not every man is fortunate to have. Not every man will be fortunate to have
a woman like me,
a fast-hearted woman like you, right? So let's take for example, if I marry a woman that does not align with my financial goals, like you're saying, right? You eat some and keep some. But you know that there are some women that make bad financial decisions because they are materialistic, they are in competition. Mostly the competition comes with women. They want to get the shiny objects. They want to be known. They want to be ostentatious, all around there showing up. Especially, I mean, sometimes they are the one who bring the duress. They will say, "My husband is a minister. I have to dress the minister wife. I have to represent." And at the end of the day, if that man for all the bread, they come on the man. They will tell you, say, "You are the man. You're supposed to make a decision." But again, they didn't know that. I mean, some of the decisions, the financial decision you made were premised on the woman, desire. Sometimes the women they have some kind of unlimited desire. They are chronic shopper. They just shop, 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 shop. And some of them they are the one who put people in bad financial situation. You get me? So why what can you say to your brother, a brother who has, I mean, a woman who does not align with a financial goal? I mean, should he teach the woman or try to divorce the woman or try to, I mean, just try to forget about her and just take the stand and protect
Let
himself
me let me let me
individually?
let me let me jump in quickly, Sister Tutu, because I gotta go for service. Let me just say this before I go. If you have a woman, that is not aligning to your financial goal, and if you are farsighted as a man and recognize that, you have to be very strong in your decision making. This one has nothing to do with love. It has nothing to do with love. It's
No, baby,
about
no baby business there.
no baby business, no sex business in it. It's about the future for the both of you. What you need to do as a man, when you recognize that, you have to be very strong in your decision making. You have to deprive her of some stuff. Okay? You have to deprive her of some stuff and make her to recognize this one, not anger. It's not about anger. You setting her down and tell her, say, we will not do this one because of this one. We will not do this one because of this. I will not buy you this because of this. I will not do this because of this. Everything, every decision you make, it will have the purpose for which you're making that decision. Over time, she will get to recognize that, oh, I think it is in my best interest. But initially, trust me, initially there will be confusion. Initially, and
Jesus
I'm
said it.
going to church. I'm going to church. Thank you. So initially there will be confusion. I tell you I'm going to church. It's okay.
Mrs. Konua,
Yes.
tell us you're talking to your I'm talking to your Malayan lawyer. He's scared. Why is scared for? Right there.
I just conclude, Marcel.
Okay. So,
Yeah.
do the advertisements, Mona.
Oh, your advertisement, right?
So yes, I was
Go to church. Mrs. Konua calling you. Go to church.
I was interrupted. But let me say this quickly before I leave. Like I was saying, my brother, if you recognize that it's important that you don't bring emotion into it, but make sure that you make the woman, you educate her for her to know where you are heading. Over time she will follow. Over time she will follow. Because no woman can just say because my husband decided to do this, I live in the husband today, and I come here again no more. No. There will be level of resentment to say every decision that you won't want to do it. Be that your business, anything you want to do like your business, they will come with that kind of resentment. But you as a man, you must stand your ground. Stand your ground and make sure over time she will follow. Thank you so much for having me today, and I wish you all God bless. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Konua.
Okay. Thank you so much. Have a nice service, my brother. So, Marcel, we can just conclude from your end. So, should I divorce a woman that financial goal does not align with mine, or
No,
something like that?
no, you can't divorce your wife because she's
I don't know,
it just won't be anything. You
Yeah.
can't divorce your wife because she don't know how to manage. You can teach her to be who you want her to be. You need to tell your wife. You need to tell her mismanagement of funds leads you into these states, and name those things to her. Like we in the Western world, if you mismanage funds here, the question is who's going to pay your bills? Your credit cards. Who's going to pay your debts? And if you If you fail to pay your debts and your name go to correction bureau, it got a impact on your credit, and no one wants that. Even in Africa, if you can manage your own money, you will not get nothing for yourself. But you cannot divorce your wife because she's not manageable. You can teach her to be. You can teach her to align with your financial, what they call, yeah.
Okay,
To
thank you
get
so
really
much.
brushing up.
Okay, so gentlemen, this we would like to conclude today's edition of the Diaspora Talk. So if you are around the railway pipeline over there, let me say, Mercy Pure Drinking Water is about to hit your community. Let me just try to get the picture here so you can see Mercy Pure Drinking Water is about. Mercy, you got the numbers there, right?
Yeah, the number on the
Yeah, the number there. So you can try to call the numbers. It's right on the pipeline road. So let us try to see it. Okay, they said,
you got it.
yeah, coming. Uh, it should be right. Okay, Marcia, I think we'll have to make something and try to. All right, they said. It is located at Pipeline Lomar Junction, Monrovia, Liberia. So the customer service number is +231-888-140-212. Again, 231-888-140-212. Or if you are in Liberia, you can just call 0888-140-212. So that is immersive pure drinking water. It will be hitting your community very soon. So you can just call the customer service number, and we'd like to congratulate our sister Mercy Tutu Bro for this great endeavor, bringing clean drinking water, pure drinking water to our people. So on this note, you have anything to say again about I mean, what do people really have to know about Mercy
Or
pure
for the
drinking water?
factory.
Yeah.
So the water is the best.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Pipeline community, they always strive for drinking water.
Mm-hmm.
I've lived there for over 50 years now. I know where I came from, and my giving back to Pipeline community, it was an honor to myself and my family. You
Okay.
know, especially the way people strive to get water to even drink. So I
Hmm.
decided to build this factory in Pipeline
Mm-hmm.
to help people work, at least to have something to do to put daily bread on the table for their family as well,
Yeah.
and to ease the tension of water. Nobody should suffer to get water to drink. Children
Okay.
going all the way down the hill, toting those big gallons of water on their heads, bringing it for mom to use at home. I see it to be unacceptable. That's the main thing I built that factory.
Okay.
And that factory will not just sell the plastic of water. It will also do the bottled water, and then we will sell
Wow.
water by gallons as well. Because 1
Wow.
gallon water in Puebla is $10 during the dry
Hmm.
season. It's not an easy crisis for water. So what I
Hmm.
did, we talked to those people that can that can drill the well underground. It's not
Yeah.
visible. You don't see it because I don't want any accident
Yeah.
occur in my absence. Somebody child should be unfortunate to drown in well. So that I told them I want invisible well. So that when I help
Okay.
to drill that area and everything set up, and we can use that same water imported tanks to sell gallons of water. I mean
Mm-hmm.
to give people water to drink. Yeah, that's
Okay.
my aim, to make sure people don't strive anymore for water.
Okay. So even though you are going to be making money, but I mean it's almost like solving problem.
So I
It's
mean,
every
that's not
yes.
money. It's not money, but
No, let's
this.
no, I know, but no, they say every business is meant to solve problem. And the
Yeah.
problem you are solving there is to stop the people from moving from I mean going far distance to bring, to fetch water. I mean, you are meeting the immediate needs of the people. Like, I mean, I want to drink now and I have to send my son way on the road. I mean, why
Yes.
not yeah, message. So I would like to say thank you so much. This is a very great endeavor, and I pray that it meet the expectation of the people. So, what are some of the quality assurances you have there to really make sure that you keep the water pure? Because you say pure drinking water, it
Yeah,
should be
pure
pure
drinking
at all
water.
times. Yeah, it should be pure
Pure
at all
drinking water,
times.
and the water is tasty. We even send people there to go and do the testing of the water to see, because they got specialists in Liberia who go and the preventive medicine people go and test this water to see how they taste. And they
Okay.
confirm that the water has a good taste. The water is sweet. It has its natural water taste. Even though
Okay.
water, they say water is tasteless, it's odorless,
Yeah,
it's
what?
colorless. But trust
Yeah.
me, water do have taste. When you drink a bad water, you know the water tastes salty. But these people confirm, and they certificated us for the factory,
Okay.
for the business purposes as well. And they said the water is good. And for
Very
the
good.
workers that will be working there, they're going to have some set of benefits.
Wow.
My workers, I will be responsible for them when they get sick. That
Oh,
one is
wow.
a clear cut. Yes, those are
Wow.
the things I put in place for them. When a
Okay.
worker gets sick, I'm responsible to take care of you because you work for me. When you are
Right.
sick, the factory won't function. So I make sure that you are well.
Very good. So there's almost like a little health insurance, right?
Little health
Health,
insurance
yeah.
in our own way. Yeah.
Okay. So again, this is how we all can help our community. This is how we can help our district. This is how we can help our people. Does this have any little political undertone, something like that?
This this does not have anything to do with politics. Nothing.
Okay, it's
This is just a giveaway to
strict.
my community. Strictly.
Okay.
It has nothing to do
All
with
right.
politics. No. Absolutely.
All right.
Even though people go around building hand pump, that's not a hand pump. In fact, that's a mineral water company. This is not a
Okay.
hand pump. No.
Okay.
It has
So
nothing to
it
do
is
with
it is
CDC one.
okay. It is purely meant to solve the people drinking problem, to solve the
Yes.
people. All right. Thank you so
That's
much.
all. That's
All
all.
right.
I want to see children just leave their house, come and get that water and carry home for their mom to cook or to wash or to give them bath and whatever. But I don't want to see children ever leaving Pueblan, leaving Christian community, leaving, all these kind of places going down that Western Hill to go fetch water from there, toting the gallons on their head. Look, that tension, I've cut that tension off.
Yeah.
I've cut it off. We'll be launching the factory the second Saturday in July.
Okay. So can the customer know some of the sanitation process you put, because there is water, right?
Yes.
The environment need to be kept clean. There should be good sanitation process. What are some of who are you already bringing in to train them? Are they already trained, or you are bringing in people to train them? They are starting at fresh or something.
So, one of them, like the manager, the guys who are going to be managing the business, he's trained when it comes to business aspect.
Okay.
And when it comes to when it comes to sanitation, I've already contacted a guy who does sanitation stuff in Liberia. He's going to supervise. He's going to supervise all those things. Then when it comes to the sanitary part of the factory. And what we did, we have rules and regulations in the factory to come. We have uniforms for them. You cannot go to the factory with your hair open. You cannot go to the factory with just a slippers. You cannot go to the factory without an apron or apron on. You cannot go to the factory with friends. That's not a visiting area. And the first safety measures we did, where we store those machines, is what is barricaded within the building. You cannot see the functioning areas where the water is being processed. You can't enter the building and have access to that place. It's strictly restricted. You cannot enter the building and see where those people are fixing the water or where the machine is pumping in the water and bringing it. You will just see water coming outside and being stopped, but you cannot see where that water is being processed. And where we have the politics, We bought polytanks. What we did for safety purposes, because we have people who are bad, we have bad people everywhere in society.
Yeah.
We were able to raise up the whole fence. The fence has passed over the polytanks.
Wow.
And those polytanks, we have concealed them. So you cannot have access to see where those taps are. For safety purposes, that's what we did. And in the factory yard, we have barricaded the road I used to pass to go everywhere you want to go. They got so many roads, but Liberian men let it shortcut.
Yeah,
so
the shortcut.
What we did, the shortcut leads to where the polytanks are. We close up that area. That area is mine, so I had it right to close it up with whatever I wanted to do and to protect the people water. The day they built that fence to hide the polytank, that very day the thieves went to go and steal, but unfortunately when they were running, they used to that shortcut. But that day when they were running, they met up with a fence. So the thief had no option, but the boys are strong. They managed to climb up and roll up all the grab bottles and whatever. So the next day, what we did, we used the steel rods and cast them in there. So for the factory, the safety first is 100% in and out. Yeah, in and out.
Wow.
And those that will be working in the factory already know the rules. The rules are grounded to them. You cannot come in a factory looking unkept. You must be clean, presentable to your customer.
So you mean there are specialized dress codes and slippers and other things, and you are the one providing them, right?
Oh sure, I am the one. My husband and
because
I are the one providing.
Why I'm asking this question, there are other factories they will tell you buy your own T-shirt.
No.
We are going to print
buying it for
and
them.
put our inscription on them. Okay.
We are buying it for them. They will all. The next time on the show, I'm going to show the uniform. They're going to be wearing their blue color shirts with the factory logo and the writing behind it with their rainbows, their hair covers, and their aprons. Everybody going to wear that black apron on the stuff. Yeah.
Okay. So those in the community can easily walk to the factory, but how about people who are out of the community? What's the delivery process?
People who live nearby can come to the factory to buy their water. We have wheelbarrows already staged at the factory for nearby, like right across the road. Like they have shops all over surrounding the factory. But people who live like long distances, truck will be available. The truck in process right now. Before the launching, the truck will be there. Or Kobo. And that truck in Korea though, one of those trucks will be available before we launch the opening. That truck will be there for just delivery purposes. What are short distances? Because some customers right now, and trust me, that factory will be treated like the way customers are valued in the Western world. My customers are my priority. Customers make you rich. Customers are the people you serve. So those people, whether they live nearby, they live far away, their water will be delivered as they want it. And the water will not be sold at the regular prices people selling them in Liberia at that factory. People sell that water $75 per sack, which is 30 sachets in the big bag, in that something. But my water will be sold at $65 so the layman can be able to afford.
Is this something you're going to be consistent with?
It's going to be consistent. I am fully prepared. Remember, I'm not buying water from Water and Sewer. I have my own drilling well.
Okay.
So this well, according to the specialists that drilled the well, what they told us, the agreement we went in before they did the job, every 3 hours there will be three polytanks filled, 1,000 gallons each polytank. We got 3 already.
Wow.
Every 3 hours, the 3 polytanks will be charged. And when those polytanks are filled, and then the machine start beating, we got LEC coring already staged there. It already
and they also gave you assurance for March, April, because that's the time the dry season, the water table drops sometimes. Will you still have that quantity of water?
I will still have the water as long as 3 hours passes. Water enters the polytank, and when the pump is not where somebody go to draw water. You got to use current to bring the water up. You know that,
Yeah.
right? We have
Yeah,
the
no.
submersible pump installed in that
Yeah.
stuff. And
Yeah.
that pump deals with electricity.
Mm-hmm.
So
I
just
know.
imagine the water is already there. Overnight is production time. After production, people goes to bed. Water is stowing, waiting for you to come and take it out. So dry season, I guarantee my people that dry season, they will not struggle for water. Dry season, there
Okay.
will always be water. Yeah.
So that's the CEO of Mercy Pure Drinking Water. I mean, right there in Red Light, Painesville. So if you're there, let's just say your drinking problem has been solved. There's no need to walk a distance to go for water. If you're at distance, I mean, she already has the delivery system in place. There are cars. I mean, you are going to have one cupboard, and also you have wheelbarrows for those that are in the community. And her products are her product is very much, very much affordable. $65, $65 for 30 sacks, right? So
The
whether the
30
economy is
sachets.
down, the economy is up, she said this is going to be consistent. So for the customer service number, you can call if you're in Liberia, 0888-140-212. And if you are in the US or other part of the world, you can call +231-888-140-212. So anything else you have to say to your customer before we leave?
My customers, okay. Probably some of them, their
Yep.
family members going to be customers. I'm here
You
to
don't
tell
know who is
guys.
who, because after the show, there are many people going to witness it, and some other
Yeah.
people are going to be your potential customers, and you don't know some of the Let's go.
I just want to encourage everybody. We do these things for our own people. Liberia is our home. We just need to do what we need to do for our people.
Mhm.
The future is not just all, more to come. Because this is something that I built up my mind for, and I'm ready for it to do it not just in Pipeline community. I'm planning on extending Winston, Johnsonville, Negliston, Christian community, Coastal Hill, those places. I want to own factories in all those terrains. I'm working towards that. If you have your relative that live close by, encourage them to go there by June 2nd Saturday. We will be launching. Vision TV will carry the program live. We will be launching. I mean, the water is going to be reasonable. You're not going to be buying water from a factory for $75. Hell no. You're going to get it for $65. Even if the water tension is high in Liberia, there is no water. There will always be water at the same rate.
Thank you so much. So we say business all about solving problem.
Yeah.
Lone Star is there to solve our communication problem. We have what Madonna is there to solve our hunger problem, and Mercy is going to be right in red light to really quench
solve
your
your
thirst.
drinking problem.
Yeah, to solve your drinking problem. So I would like to say this is a very great endeavor. Once again, I would like to say congratulations to you. This is what I would like to see. It is not only about business, but it's almost like, I mean, trying to help the economy, trying to put food on the table of people. You know, in Liberia, when one man is working, you have a lot of dependents. So you don't know how many people you'll be sending to school inadvertently through the salary you'll be giving to those people. So this is a very great feat. I would like to applaud you for that. Thank you so much. May God richly bless you. And as time goes by, we'll keep doing this on the Diaspora Talk. As you already know, we are moving wide, and we'll have our customers and we'll have our followers. We'll try to talk to them, and most of them will try to get to see your place. So again, you say when is going to be the launching time? The launching
is going to be the second Saturday in July.
the second Saturday in July. So just make your
Second
way there.
Saturday in July.
So on this note, I would like to say,
I'll update you before the time.
okay, on this note, I would like to say good day, good night, good afternoon, and this is how I would like to conclude this edition of the Diaspora Talk. Bye bye for now.
Thanks, guys.
Dama, share on your share, oh my oh. Bank care with me as soon as you tell oh. Clip all your phone. I didn't have a reason to leave you, show me the way, and I'm grateful for everything that you did. You never ever play me low. See, I'm not worthy of your grace. I'm not worthy of your blessings. Still, you not close me, oh. Still, you not give up on me. I call you my doctor, my bro, my brabio. See your man, let's all let go more. Nangla, you hella bo. Let call you Elohim, yes, what tato. Like you, le one can win all the battle. You give me more reason to pray. God don't give up on me. 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 Don't give up on me. You told me not to worry. We should give you thanks and praise. Acapelle kuwa speo. Me I understand the trail. Me I give it all to you. Give it all to you. And I got friend to say. Glipper, you lead the way. You told me call on you, call on you, call on you. I just need to kneel and pray. Like you get it final say, oh. God don't give up on me. Don't give up on me. God don't give up on me. Don't give up on me. God don't give up on me. Don't give up on me. God don't give up on me. Don't give up on me. See, God don't give up on me. I beg you, don't give up on me. Please don't give up on me. Don't give up on me.